Devin here, Lifetime Preparedness. Real quick, just want to shout out my Instagram. Go ahead and go check that out. It's Lifetime Preparedness, just like it is on here. So I want to talk to you about today is, getting to know your neighbors and why it's important, and not just your neighbors. Let's say you live in an area like me. I have, a couple like fairly close neighbors. I know both of them. Some people across the street, we know them. We know what people on our street we can rely on. We know what people on our street are. Well, most of them are good people in regular times. But after an event, in a without rule of law world, not all of them would be good people. Or though they might be good people, they're not going to make good decisions and not do good things for me and my family, I would imagine so. Because, unless we decide we want to take care of them, which we're not gonna. If you're not preparing now, or you're not one of our close loved ones, I'm not gonna take care of you. I can't. It's just not possible. Believe it or not, guys, there's actually a lot of people out shopping today. A lot of people walking the streets, shopping, this, that, all thinking these masks are keeping them safe. But, anywho, I just see them walking everywhere. But, getting to know your neighbors is, like, one of the most important things you could do for yourself and for your family. We know our neighbors really well. I know I talked in a recent video. Our one neighbor, he has chickens, he has ducks, he has rabbits, he breeds them, he eats them, whatever. He gets eggs from his chickens, he has a garden. This dude, man knows what he's doing with some stuff. He's our closest neighbor, very nice guy. We work well with him, we help him out, he helps us out. And that's just another benefit to knowing your neighbors. But when it comes to people potentially being threats, it's very important to know your neighbors. It's very, very important to know your neighbors, guys. I know there's some neighbors around my house that I've talked to them, I see them, I look at them, I see what, I pass by, I see what they're doing. I've talked to them about some things, and I know after an event, they will become a threat because they will be scared. They will be, desperate. And scared and desperate people, guys, they're the most dangerous people after an event. It's actually, I think, the most dangerous thing after an event is scared and dangerous people, if I had to guess. From what I've seen in other places, like during Hurricane Katrina, people got bad. The looting, the rioting, the stealing, the acts of violence, it was atrocious. And that could happen here. That could happen there. That could happen everywhere here. It just depends on what's happening. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was saying he was down in Staten Island during the Hurricane Irene, which I remember Irene pretty bad. I was at home helping out there because of the hurricane. Some stuff going on, flooding, that kind of stuff. No power. But he was down in Staten Island. He remembers old ladies going up to gas stations and regular people just throwing stuff at him, yelling at him, threatening them, getting aggressive because they said, we should have fuel, The truck said they're going to be coming this day or this day, and they don't show up. Roads are closed. They don't have power to get, fuel from the pumps, stuff like that. People freak out. When people don't have their creature comforts, they freak out. So, if you live around a lot of people, one, you shouldn't be in a city. Two, by the way, he's not in a city anymore. He's up here. So, but if you're in a city, you shouldn't be. You should get out. It's not safe. But if you live even in an area like mine, in probably 5 miles, I probably got about 50 neighbors, maybe 50 households, in about 5 miles. Roughly. I don't know the exact number. Could be more, could be less. Probably about that, though. I think that's a decent amount. Where I am, it's kind of off, off the beaten path a little bit. But it's important to know your neighbors. I have let's put it this way. I got a list. Of who could potentially be an ally, who is an ally, and who could potentially be a threat, and who I should keep an eye out for in, a post-event world, without rule of law. And I highly recommend you guys go do the same. Get to know your neighbors. You don't have to tell them that you're a prepper. I mean, most of them you shouldn't, unless you get close with them. Talk to them about preparedness. Bring it up casually in conversation. See how they feel about it. See how they feel about stuff. See if they're prepared for, a hurricane or a winter storm. If you're in the Northeast like me, what they do to prepare for that. Do they do nothing? Do they do something? Do they just run out last minute and get a couple things? You should try to bring it up in conversation. Talk to them. It's really, really important to know your neighbors, guys. I can't stress that enough. It's great. You meet great people a lot of the time that you wouldn't think that you wouldn't like, you wouldn't get along with. You meet great people. So I really encourage you guys, go meet your neighbors, get to know them. And that's the one thing. I'm not a very religious person, but that's the one thing I can say. Being part, if you're part of a church, I see people part of church. You meet people, you get to know people, stuff like that. I'm lucky at my job. I meet people through work. I meet people through, my dad's an assistant chief at a fire department. I meet people through the fire department where he's a volunteer assistant chief. I meet people all over the place. That's just because I have these different connections, and I go out of my way to try to meet people, and get to know them. For this reason, I know people all around, different parts of town, other towns around me. It's good to do, and I highly recommend you guys do the same. Shit, if you want to make a list, go ahead. I do the same thing. At least, I think I did like a 2-mile radius. I did like a 2-mile radius list. So go ahead and do that. Take care of it. Just get to know your neighbors, guys. Again, go ahead and check out my Instagram. It's Lifetime Preparedness. I haven't been putting too much stuff up, but I'm getting that going. Possibly got some more stuff coming soon. Go ahead and subscribe, guys. You've been doing great. We're on our way to 500 subs. Go ahead and like the video, hit the bell. YouTube may or may not notify you. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, I know some of you guys said that you have or been subscribed still. YouTube didn't unsubscribe you, and that's good, but go ahead and double check anyway, because YouTube's going crazy. They've been going crazy. But yeah, guys, if you want, my email is lifetimepreparedness@gmail.com. If you want to shoot me an email, feel free. Yeah, guys, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know if you know your neighbors. Talk to you later. Have a good one.